Welcome back, Global War 1939. We are moving on to Germany's 10th turn of the game. So the game is 5 turns left after this. But we must continue on, press forward, and really put a stranglehold on the Allies and really reduce what they can do in this game and where they can push us back. They're doing a great job in the Pacific. But in Europe, well, let's continue on with our building our empire. Now we got 4 battles to declare. 2 are just walk-ins. Another one is a smaller fight, and then we have 1 big major fight. So we're going into Cyrenaica. That is now it's just a walk-in. We're going to use our Kriegsmarine ability. So the Italians did produce 2 new transports for us. Now for the rest of the game, these transports are considered German. So I'm just going to put a little marker here just to remind us that next Italy turn we cannot use those. But it does allow us to get 2 German infantry and 2 heavy tanks into Cyrenaica as a walk-in battle. So that's territory now that goes back to Italy. So that's fantastic. And more importantly, we get 4 extra units in Africa. Now for the rest of the game, we're going to ensure that Germany has 2 infantry and either 2 tanks, 2 artillery, something, 4 units, either in Yugoslavia or Marseille. Italy is going to build transports for the rest of the game, and that'll continuously give us 4 German units added to Africa. Italy is going to be producing from the factory military base for their own units. And then with all these extra transports that they're going to have, we're going to ensure that whatever extra income we have will be units produced in Rome and transferred down. So the idea, the British are adding 5 new units every round, or have been, to Africa through their military bases, factory, adding new units from transports. So we're going to flip that around, and we're going to outproduce them, and eventually we'll be able to push back and take out northern Africa. We can also strike from the ocean or from the sea. Like, we don't always have to land here and march over. So this military base is a prime target. If we can start getting rid of those bases, it'll limit what they can add to this region. Taking out Gibraltar next turn will help in that. So that's the plan. That's the idea. It'll be just a slow, painful process of recapturing Africa. And then Theron, we're going to come in here with this group of tanks. Same thing with Cox's. So everything Cox's, Baku is going to come down 1 space. And then so we're just going to end up chasing this Russian tank army, try to slow it down as much as we can. They're going to do the same thing for us. They're just going to continuously put up blockers. But then we're going to try to catch up and try to take out that army. So this is one of the biggest threats in Africa right now. And I suspect that's where they're headed. I'd be very surprised if they veered off towards India or stood their ground. I think they're going to head right into Africa and just cause a bunch of problems. So we're going to try to cut that off in the coming turns. And then the next 2 battles, the big one will be for London, of course. We have 15 transports. We wanted to do this last turn, but he delayed us by 1 by taking out Denmark. But he ran out of delay tactics and just loaded up as much as he could into London. So it's going to be an interesting battle, probably the battle that's going to determine the game, I would imagine. Now, by doing so, he did leave Liverpool is completely empty. So we're just going to do a walk-in battle in Liverpool, capture that. So this is good for us. Now, well, the territory itself was worth $3, but more importantly, the factory gets reduced to a minor. So when the Americans, or if the Americans counterattack, which they probably should, that factory will get reduced yet again, and it'll be nothing there. So the British will lose all means of production, and we won't have to worry about bombarding until they repurchase these factories, which the major factories are very expensive. They're not cheap at all. So this, and then the rest of the 29 units from our transports will jump into London. Of course, we're bringing our entire Air Force. And then we'll have a few bombardment opportunities and go from there. Now for our purchases, we have 123 to spend. Spending all of it, of course. Our allies are producing for us. Romania is going to build a tank this time around. Bulgaria and Hungary. We're going to get another battleship, 2 more subs, 3 Pack 40s. We're only allowed 3. These are a pretty decent unit. They're cheap. They only cost 4. Their attack is not that great. They only attack out of 2, but they defend out of 6. So for the amount that they cost, if you put them in defensive positions, the defend are the same as a medium tank for less. For the only costs $4 each as opposed to 6. Another jet fighter. We're going to repair the factory in Paris. Airborne, Tiger tank, heavy tank, 2 basigliaries or 2 advanced mechs. An advanced infantry, and then the remainder of our money will go into 12 more infantry. Okay, so let's get into the battle. I've already got the battle board set up with the units that we need for this. We're sending in our entire air force, 30 units into transports, and we'll see if we can't do as much damage as we can. Worst case scenario is they'll have to do a second wave. But we're going to hope that that doesn't happen. Now that he has some his factory ain't totally repaired, but he did repair some of it. Which will then give him another production opportunity that we want to stop. And if we do capture this, we also take all of Britain's money, and they have like $53 that we will be able to spend. All right, so AA gun. Let's take a look. That's the bombers, fighters, tactical. Oh, and the jet fighters. Okay. Did we get away with it again? My goodness. Yeah, 8, 4, 6, 11, 9, 12, 2, 12, 9, 4, 6, and 5. The 2 that fell off, 6 and 5. My goodness, we got away with it again. That's amazing. All right. Let's do our bombardments now. We have max bombardments. So we got a battleship. So that's out of 6. Miss. Cruiser out of 4. Miss. And then 3 at 1 for the destroyers. Yeah, weren't expecting much there. All right, so infantry. 4 at 2. All miss. The advanced infantry, airborne, artillery. So just give you the bonuses. All of our 7 of our infantry are getting increased because of the artillery. 3 of our tanks, so 1, 2, 3 are getting increased because of our 3 tacticals that we have. And then his bonuses, I think that's all we get. Yes. His bonuses are all of his British planes to get +2. So instead of at a 6, they're now at 8, and these go up from 7 to 9. So all fighters get a +2 on the British side, and then all their infantry get a +1. So that's why these are at a 5. These guys will jump up to a 6. These guys will go up to a 5 because of that bonus, and then they get a +1 for the first round of combat. Yes, now these bonuses don't apply to the Americans. All right. So this is all at 3s. So, and then 7. So this is all at 3. All right, take away our misses. So these are all 12s, 10, 6, 12, 12, 7, 5, 7, 11, 4, 11, 8. So we got four hits. Okay. It's hoping for more, but we'll live with it. Heavy bomber or heavy artillery. We got 3 medium bombers. And then we got 2 heavy bombers. So this is all at 4. One fell off, which is a 1. I'll show you now. A 1. So 8, 6, 9, 5, 12, 8, 9. They're no good. 11 and a 10, so it's 5 more hits. 3 for the fighters at 6. 3. Interesting. Nice. 3 tacticals and 2 tanks. At 7. 7, 6, 9. So 2 more. And then 1 at 8. Nothing. And then jet fighter. Tanks. This is all at a 9. So 10, 11, 4 more hits. 1 fell off. It's a 7. 7. So that's 4 more. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So that's 18. 18 total. Okay. Interesting. All right, he returns. Oh my goodness! His first roll gets a hit. That was for his bomber with a 2. It's not a good sign. Not at all. All right, this is his 4s. That's a better sign. Nothing. This is for his infantry here. All right, so this is for his infantry. Okay. Oh, this looks promising for us. Not so much for him. 9, 6, 9, 10, 12, 11, 9, 12, 12, 8, 8, 8, 10. Amazing. So he's up to 3. Airborne, infantry, fighters. One fell off. It was a 7 right there. All right, so this is at 6, right? Yes. So 9, 12, 12, 9, 9, 7, 5, 6. All right, and now his fighters at 8 and his tank. Two more hits, 3 more hits. So he's up to 8. And then 2 fighters at 9s. 2 more. So he's up to 10. Interesting. Okay. So his AA gun for 1 plus, let me see, that's 10, 11, 12, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, no, because of the AA gun. So 5 plus the AA gun for 6. We lose 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, we're just going to back up one. We're going to give him back another infantry and take the bomber. Even though it's more expensive, but this is fight for his life. So he wants as much firepower as possible. Alright, so these guys go back to a 5. They lose their initial +1. And then he gets a +1 because of the artillery. And then these guys go up to 4. Alright, we're good. The reason why these go up because we're still being paired with artillery. So they lost all the regular infantry to be paired with them. So now it will go to them. That's why they're going up to 4s. Alright, so 7. 7 at 3. 3, 2, 2 hits. That's 4, 5, heavy artillery, heavy bomber, medium bomber. This is all at 4. All right, 10, 8, 11, 7, 9, 10, 10, 5, 6, 6, 5, 2 11s, a 9, 5 more. Three fighters at 6. One, no, that's a 6, 3, so that's 2 more. Tacticals and heavy tank at 7. 1, 2, 3, 3 more. Tank destroyer at 8. That's a 9. And then jet fighter, 2 tanks, plus 3 heavy tanks. So this is all at 9s. 9, 8, 2, 4, 7, 1. They all hit. 6 more. Perfect. Alright, he returns. Heavy artillery. 2. 5 infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. They all hit but 1. So he's up to 6. Airborne and fighters. 5, 11, 11, 8, 7. So 1 more. His fighters and tank. 3, 10, 10, 12, 9. So only 1 more. Interesting. Well, that's good. That's good. And then his 2 fighters. 1 more. So 4 and a 12. So we lose 9. And they lose a bunch. Alright, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. We got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's everything. 5. That is everything. And then we lose 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so if they want to counterattack, there's a good number of tanks. We still got somewhat of an infantry shield. And then the $52, $53 now goes to Germany. That's wonderful. Oh, no, we got 1 more battle to do, actually. Alright, so we got 4 tanks. So we got the... Actually, I'm just going to bring this over just to... Now the advanced mechs, which we have 6 of them. You can either pair them with an artillery to give them a +1, or you can pair them with a tank to give them a +1. So, of course, we're going to pair them with tanks. Luckily, we have 6. So all six of these get a +1, and then 4 of our guys here will get a +1 due to the artillery. All right, so mech at 2, nothing. 8 at 4. 8 at 4. 4 to 3, sorry. 2 hits. Mechs at 4. 4, 3. Yeah, 2 more. That's all of it. He's only got 4 infantry there. So he returns. Oh my goodness. Everything hit. Wow. That's not what we were expecting. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, so we kill 4, he killed 4. Amazing. Alright. Okay, so this goes away. That's no good anymore. And then our German First Army is now in London, and our Air Force all returns to Western Germany. This factory, so we're going to remove 15 damage from this factory. As the factory was still max out damage, so now it's maxed out at the minor level. This factory will get reduced. Still has 6 damage on it, so that's not going to change. So it'll remain 6 damage. That's all of our attacks, non-combat phase, unit placement, and then move on. So the subs here are going to join the Navy in 16. These two infantry, yeah, they're going to jump up to Turin. The 2 tanks here are going to go to Turin as well. The train is going to come back to Germany. This tank in Western Germany is going to drive down to Marseille. Is it? No, maybe it's going to come to Paris. This is now repaired. Up north, he's going to come to cover off Oslo so we can continue to get our $5 bonus and everything in Model Star stock. The tank is going to go 2 spaces to Oslo. And then infantry, artillery is going to go into Narvik. A mech from Turin is going to go also into Oslo. And this guy in Helsinki is going to move up 1 to Turin. The tanks in Moscow is going to join the 6th Army. These 2 tanks are going to drive to Moscow. He's going to come down to the 6th Army. Same thing with these 2. Everything in Romania is going to go to Bulgaria. This guy in Hungary is going to Yugoslavia. A guy from Kharkov is going to come down to Caucasus, and we're going to have to bring down another mech down to Baku from the 6th Army. Otherwise, we'll get a partisan. We don't want that. Um, Yes. In Orlar Kursk is going to come up to Western Germany. Western Germany is going to go to Narvac, and the guy in Narvac is going to go to Moscow. Eastern Ukraine go to Kharkov, and then the other guy in Orlar Kursk is also going to go to Kharkov. The 4 planes in Cairo are going to go to Tobruk. Yes, that is it. Unit placements, factories already repaired. So let's just do the easy stuff first. You get some artillery, infantry, tank in Romania. And 3 infantry is going to end up in Romania. 2 tanks, not Romania, Bulgaria. 3 in Bulgaria. 2 tanks in Romania, and then an advanced infantry. Hungary is going to get 2 advanced mechs and the airborne. 3 infantry is going to end up in Paris, and then 5 infantry is going to go to Western Germany. 6 infantry, sorry, going to go to Western Germany. The 2 subs and the battleship will go in with the Navy. And then our Pack 40s we'll just put in Berlin. And the other train will go into Berlin as well. So that way, the Pack 40s are more of a defensive unit, so now they're kind of centralized, and when with the train, we can move them anywhere that we need to. Probably in France, more likely. But if we is needed in Russia, then we can quickly respond. So now we're built up here very nicely. The plan, well, Turkey is probably a good idea. We also need to go into Switzerland before round 15 at some point. Oh, we still got a jet fighter that we never landed. We'll put that in Berlin as well. Okay, income. Okay, so our economy grew by $11, which is great. We maxed out our bonuses. So right now we're sitting at 134. That's with our bonuses. 134, which matches the American production. So we're on par with them. And then we got the British $53 as a one-time payout. So we'll get all this to spend on the next turn. All right, well, that's it for Germany. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.